The Young and the Restless spoilers. Abby rejects Devon's marriage proposal. Change of heart puts future in jeopardy. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Abby Newman Abbott and Devon Hamilton Winter's relationship is moving along just fine. But that could actually be bad news when you consider how daytime dramas work. Everyone knows that when a soap couple is living in a blissful bubble, it's only a matter of time until that bubble bursts. Abby and Devon have to face some obstacles eventually, so we can think of one thing they might disagree on. Back in July, Devon brought up the idea of marriage and actually got a positive response from Abby. Since they'd never discussed the possibility of tying the knot before, Devon thought maybe it was time to talk about it. Abby said she loved that idea and shared a kiss with Devon, so it seemed like they were on the same page about potentially marrying one day. That conversation could embolden Devon and convince him that Abby will say yes if he pops the question. However, Abby certainly didn't commit to an engagement and could have a change of heart about what she wants her future to look like. After all, Abby's marriage to Chance Chancellor ended in a whole lot of heartbreak. Now Abby's watching Summer Newman Abbott and Kyle Abbott's marriage fall apart as well. Based on the troubling warning signs surrounding Tucker McCall and Ashley Abbott's engagement, their wedding could crash and burn too. There's a chance Abby will become jaded and decide she's no longer interested in marrying Devon, or anyone else for that matter. Abby could become disillusioned when it comes to marriage in general, and might surprise Devon by rejecting his proposal. It'd be a great way to catch Devon off guard and leave him feeling rather rejected, since Devon and Abby could use a jolt of drama in their relationship. This could bring it and leave them out of sync. Of course, it's possible Abby could come around on the idea of getting hitched again sooner or later. On the other hand, Devon might decide he's fine with the way things are, or maybe they could just have a commitment ceremony to solidify their bond. Unfortunately, this could also be when some cracks start to show in Abby and Devon's relationship. It could be something that shakes Devon and Abby's foundation a bit if Y&R ever wants to start inching them toward a breakup. The Young and the Restless spoilers say the topic of marriage may pop back up for Abby and Devon, so stay tuned for updates on any hurdles that might cause. CDL's where you want to be for exciting Young and the Restless spoilers, updates and news, so make us your top Y&R source. The Young and the Restless recap, Tuesday, August 8, Summer wants prison for Phyllis. Jack surrenders to Abby's idea. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Tuesday, August 8 reveals that Phyllis Summers will come clean to Summer Newman Abbott about the deal she made with Tucker McCall and the favor Adam Newman did to help her regain control. Summer will flip out over Phyllis trading one problematic egomaniac for another, and will worry about the Carson situation as well. However, Phyllis will insist she found out Carson witnessed what happened with Jeremy Stark outside the motel window, and can back her up. Summer will feel overwhelmed by all the twists and turns in Phyllis' story, so she won't know how she can trust anything out of her mother's mouth anymore. It'll hurt Phyllis to hear Summer say that, but Summer will refuse to pity Phyllis when Summer herself is the one who thought she lost her mom and ultimately lost her marriage. After Summer accuses Phyllis of liking all the chaos, she'll decide her mother has no ethics and is never going to change. Once Summer leaves in a huff, Phyllis will make a phone call and set up an urgent meeting with Christine Blair Williams. Downstairs at the GCAC bar, Tucker will assure Daniel Romalotti Jr. that he's not colluding with Phyllis or doing anything that'll sabotage her. Daniel will struggle to believe that and will warn Tucker to stay away from Phyllis before storming out. At the Jazz Lounge later, Summer will vent to Daniel, who'll insist it'd be better for Phyllis to go to prison than his sister. Although Summer will feel horrible saying it, she'll think Daniel's right. Summer will insist that Phyllis needs to pay a price for what she's done, and not at the expense of her children. At Crimson Lights on Tuesday's Y&R episode, Phyllis will sit down to negotiate with Christine despite Heather Stevens' protests over the news. After Phyllis says she's ready to make a plea deal to avoid a trial, she'll add that she needs to protect her daughter at all costs. At Newman Enterprises, Nate Hastings will excuse himself to deal with some Newman media business after getting a text from Audra Charles. That'll give Nikki Newman a chance to give Victoria updates on her lunch with Nate, including the fact that he said he wasn't in love with her. Nikki will hope Victoria isn't falling in love either, so she'll assure her mom that she's on the same page with Nate about where their relationship is at. After all the bad choices Victoria's made in love, she won't even be sure it's going to happen for her and will be content with her current life. Nikki won't want Victoria to shut herself off to the possibility of love permanently, but Victoria will eventually change the subject. Although Victoria will appreciate Nikki's motherly instincts, as well as the ones she has in business, she'll insist that her mom needs to back off with regards to Nate. In Audra's suite, she'll reveal a major crisis that could jeopardize her career and will try to swear Nate to secrecy. Nate won't want to make any promises until he knows what he's agreeing to. Audra will offer enough hints for Nate to put it together that Adam Newman is blackmailing her over some Tucker-related discovery. Once Nate's figured it out, Audra will confess the whole recording artist cover-up story and worry about this blowing up in her face. While Audra works on convincing Victor Newman to make Newman Media part of the new McCall and Kirsten merger, she'll push Nate to get Victoria on board as well. Nate won't get why Audra isn't fighting harder to avoid this outcome, since it'll weaken her position at Newman Media. Audra will admit she's working on a plan B, but she'll insist they can't wait on that and will push for Nate's support. When Nate returns to Victoria at the office and hints at a holding pattern at Newman Media, she'll push for the details and put him on the spot. Back with Audra, she'll cross paths with Tucker downstairs at the athletic club bar. Tucker will offer to buy Audra a drink and will apologize for taking out his frustration on her earlier. Although Audra will assure Tucker that she's handling the crisis, she'll add that things are far from over. That obviously won't be what Tucker wants to hear. At Jeopardy, Abby Newman Abbott will play peacemaker and hope that Jack Abbott can call a truce with Ashley Abbott before her wedding. Abby will admit it's best if Jack doesn't bring Diane Jenkins to the ceremony and will try to convince him that Tucker isn't pushing Ashley into this feud. Although Jack won't seem very hopeful about making amends, he'll thrill Abby when he agrees to meet with Ashley one more time and try to make peace. Abby will hope that they can work things out, just the three of them, and will text Ashley in hopes of setting something up. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Abby will have her work cut out for her as she tries to put Jack and Ashley on the path to having a sibling bond again. CDL will have other hot Young and the Restless spoilers, updates and news, so make us your one-stop Y&R source. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more update news.